Heyo, Norathians. This is Vass, and I am in my Qeynos theme park in Planet Coaster. Today I have started to work on the Qeynos Guild Hall. The Qeynos Guild Hall is right here, right in front of the castle, just as you come in the gate. And for some of the builds that I've done so far, I did have to have the park unpaused, basically to see some of the books that float around and make sure that when they went back stationary that they would be on the bookshelves. These books over here, because these are spooky books and they do float around, so I had to unpause it to make sure that they were in the right position when they went back to the bookcases. So for those, when I had it unpaused, the guests of the park came in and they decided they wanted some sweets from Missy Goods. So they went and they got some sweets from the shops, and I didn't have any trash bins in. So they littered all over my path. So I had to hire some janitors to clean it up, and I need to put some trash bins in. So I'm going to probably start by putting in the trash bins. This is the Makinos Claymore. So I've got the Makinos Claymore here. And I've got the start of the guild hall here, which today I'm going to turn the guild hall into a combination building. It's going to have a staff room, a restaurant, and a hotel. Which the staff room, the restaurant, and hotel, if I pull those up, if you aren't aware of the game, the staff rooms and hotels and stuff, like this is the restaurant. Basically, it's a little building that people walk into, but you don't see them once they walk into it. And these are expansions, so you can make the restaurant hold more people and so on. So it's basically one little box that I can put a doorway in front of. They go inside, and you don't see what's going on inside. So the main part of this building will not have tables or anything like that in there. So that will save on some item count or piece count. It's the same thing with the hotel. It has a hotel foyer, so people walk into the hotel, and then there's luxury rooms and standard rooms. Of course, the luxury rooms, we get more money whenever they rent those rooms. Hey, Demora. And there's the standard rooms, which are a little cheaper. The good things about the hotels is if your guests are getting tired, they can stay the night, which means they will stay in your park and spend more money. So that's always a good thing. So before I get to work on the building, let's do a night view real quick, because Demora has not seen this at night. So we will change the time to PM. So now it is 10 o'clock PM. So there's the Makinos Claymore, lit up at night. Missy Goods, I will have to add some more lighting to. but right now it has the pinkish lighting because I did a combination of the sconces with the hanging baskets, which I was very proud of that. It was a simple idea, but let me show you real quick. It is basically the fairy sconce. It's a fairy lamp with a hanging basket. So this is the fairy lamp and then the hanging basket. So let me duplicate that and move it out so you can see. And then I would just select that piece. So that's the hanging basket, and that's the sconce. So I just combined those two together to give that. And it was very simple, but I thought it looked really good, so I'm very proud of that. I'm going to select those and delete those and exit out of that building because I do not want to add everything to that building. So this is the bakery in Qeynos, and I've got different colored roses. I've got the red roses, I've got some pink roses, which you can simply just click on the items and you can change the colors, and you can pick from predetermined basic colors, or once you pick one of these colors you can go into the palette and get whatever color you want of that shade. So I could do any color I want. So I've got some red roses, and I've got some climbing up, and I've got some pink roses with some climbing up, and then some yellow roses over here, and then I've got a lighter purplish pink over here with some blue accent flowers below it. And then I've got another rose bush here with the roses climbing up. And I made a chimney. And these pieces up here are actually haunted house roof sections, and you can recolor those. So I just combined a few of those pieces together to make the roof I wanted. And then I went through and I added some trim work, little details, little pieces. This piece here, which is that, sunk it in just so you see that the square parts. Thank you. And then the Baroque decorative piece here, I just sunk those in all along the outside, moved them, duplicated them all the way around. So I like the way it's coming out so far. This is the entrance way. And I've got some spare pieces over here that I can just copy and move into place to continue the wall whenever I need to. Just wanted to get my spacing good on this first part before moving on. But the guests enter here, which we are going to call Antonica. So they come through Antonica, and then the park entrance is right here. And I don't know if you can see these good, but these are little dandelions. And let's see, I think they are in scenery. Let's see, props. in the props, there's all kinds of pieces. I mean, there's thousands of pieces that you can use. So, I mean, there's helicopters, parts of helicopters, parts of cars, hippos, all kinds of things. But if I type in Dan, not in there. So it's got to be under building. Or maybe it's not under shops. Let me get rid of that message. Let's see, is it under here? Show all. It's not, so it's in scenery. Oh, it's under animatronics. That's right. Special effects, audio, cameras, art, shapes, nature. Let's do all. There we go. Special effect, dandelion seeds. Hi, Luna. So these are the dandelion seeds. So I'll bring it out here. And I love these little details that you can do. So basically, it is a machine prop that you can use in your theme park. And I will unpause it. And it has little dandelion seeds flying around. So I can take this item and sink it into a wall or into the ground to where you won't be able to see it, which is what I did. And then you have little dandelions floating around. So now let me go to my selection tool, and I'm just going to select the ground area where it was, and I will delete it. Ooh, I just saw that little gap there. I'm going to have to fix the land. So you can sculpt the land to however you want. I have it set to auto paint, that way I'll use the surrounding decor, the grass or the stone or the flowers, and it will use that to actually do the decoration. So I'm just going to pull this up a bit around here, just so I don't have that little gap. And let's see, I can do paint, add some more flowers. Let's see, intensity, turn that up. And there we have it. So I've got little teeny tiny flowers coming up around it. Got some more over here and so on. So now I need to go through here and put trash cans in because they are littering my pathways. I had to hire a janitor just for that reason. Okay, so let's see, I believe it's scenery. Path extras. Let's get rid of the search of dandelions. And let's see, bins. These are the different bins that I have. So I'm thinking either the adventure bin would go. Sci-fi not so much. Vintage bin might work good. Western bin would probably be the best. Either the barrel or the western bin. What do you guys think? Should I do a barrel bin or a western bin here? Let me put them out so you can kind of see what they look like. And you can put them on the edge of a path or on the inside edge or outside edge. So that's what the different bins look like. So what do you guys think? Should I do the barrel or the Western Rustic? Western or the Adventure. I'll pull out the Adventure. This is the Adventure. Now the good thing about the Adventure is I can recolor that. So one of the colors that I used is actually that. So I can do it like that. Or, you know, whatever color variant I want. Could do it darker, lighter. I could even copy. I don't think I can recolor these. Nope, I can't recolor those. And I don't think I can, yeah, I can't recolor those. You think the Western better? Barrel seems more for New Hollis. I agree. The barrel does seem like it would go good in New Hollis. I could even take the colors of that I used in the building here, like these colors, and it's got my color number here, so I can just copy that, exit out of that building so I'm not building it with that, and then come over to the bin and paste that color. So it has the same color that I used over there. So barrel seems more New Hollis. Western barrel. Yeah. Okay, so no to the barrel. So I've got the Western or the Adventure. I'm thinking the Western would fit better. Because, I mean, it's loose wood planks. So that's something you would find in, but so is stone. So that's where I'm a little confused. I could do a stone or I could do the Western. What do you guys think? Stone or Western? While you're thinking, I'm gonna drink some coffee. That's true. The Western would. Okay. Getting rid of the Adventure, and we will go with the Western. I do not want all these people littering my path. So we'll put one there, and then I can just duplicate it. Put one there. So far I've only got one ride in here and it's not open. And that is this one up here, which is the carousel. And it's the vintage carousel. There's actually a couple different carousels, but this is the vintage one, which has got a second level up at the top. And then I recolored it a little bit using the color scheme of Qeynos. And I've got the entrance right here. So I'm gonna have the entrance come around the back of the trade skill building and meet up with the path. That way people will come down this way to go to the entrance. So, Luna, did you see the broker? This is the broker house, the broker merchant house in North Qeynos. I actually turned it into an info building. So I've made a custom dome up here at the top. So I'll show you what I used for these. Duplicate and advanced move. They're little metal arches that you can actually recolor. There's 3 different color options. One for the inner circle, one for the inner banding, and then one for the outside. So I just recolored it. And then put 2 of them side by side across from each other, duplicated it, and moved them all around 15 degrees until I made a dome. So then on the inside here, I've got the little walkway. So I've got the little walkway here. And then on the inside, I did a little custom desk with some pieces, put some newspapers, the Qeynos Gazette, basically. I did learn a neat trick. This is so cool, and I'm still in play mode, so that they're messing up my park. But most people are leaving anyway. But this item here, a little trick that I learned, I'm going to duplicate it. This item you can put down, well, if I can put it down in front of the person. Yeah, it's not working. I'm not doing it ahead of time. I should probably do it in pause mode and then check it. But the trick that I learned, this item has guest collision. So even though the pathway is this wide and it goes into that wall, when the guests come up to go in this building, sometimes they go through that wall. But what I could do is put this barrel, since it has guest collision, I can put this barrel over there at this wall. Get rid of that align to surface. And then I can move it in. See how he's walking through the wall? I can do it like this, and then sink it down in the ground where you can't see it, but it causes people to come through the doorway rather than clipping through the wall. So, and I've got a few benches in here. I made a custom fireplace. And then I've got a chandelier and some pictures on the wall. Now these pictures, undo. These pictures, you can actually have images that you have saved in your images folder for the game, or a movie. So you can play whatever you want. So for like movie, I could have the pre-selected ones, which they give you a ton of for the park. This one's called Pirate Battle. Or you could have an image and just have different pictures in there, whatever color or whatever. But what I was thinking, look, there's curtains, so I could do curtains in a window. Curtains lit, so it looks like it's lit up in the back. But what I was thinking is that I could go through and do some screenshots of like Demora and Cerex and Vass and stuff like that in EQ1 or EQ2, and then I could bring those over and put those in Planet Coaster. Or I could go into Qeynos itself and take some screenshots of pictures that they have in Qeynos and put those in here. So I'm going to set this back to none. I mean, there's tons and tons. Signs, you could do a diner sign. A lot of the signs you can edit. So you can put whatever writing you want. And I've got some benches, stuck a little broom over in the corner. Some lanterns and some planters. But over here in this corner is the info booth, which all of my people have left because they're bored. I haven't paid them enough to stand around and do nothing. And since I had most of the park isn't done yet, there's nothing for people to ride. That ride's not open, so people are bored and they're leaving. And my vendors are quitting. But the info shop is where you can go to buy your fast pass and stuff like that. And this is Makinos Claymore. I did this all custom, of course, and then instead of having rows of the concrete pieces up against the other tiered wall, I decided to do plants in there to make it look more like a theme park. So that's what I've got so far. Let me get rid of my barrels. And delete that barrel. Delete that barrel. Okay. And I'm debating on redoing my lamps in Qeynos. They're upward and not downward turns, so this really doesn't work the way I was hoping it would. But they're okay for now. Thank you. Yes, you could put whatever. Like if I did a GIF of Vass doing his shimmy, I could put that in there and set it to play as a movie in those pictures. So yeah, I could do all that kind of stuff. I could take pictures of people while we're out doing a deco raid and have everybody up there on the screen. Big group of people from EverQuest 2. So yeah, it's got a lot of cool elements to it. They've done a really good job with the decorating here. That's why I've been playing it so much. And I put some vines and put some windows around. And some flowers. And I'm trying to keep it as close to... I could not recolor the roof here, but I'm trying to keep it as close to the way Qeynos is laid out. You don't have a staff building. I'm working on that. But I want to keep the layout as close to Qeynos as I can. Oh yeah, and there's vandals that come into your park. So if you don't have things for people to ride and stuff like that, they'll break your benches and trash cans and stuff. Okay, so we don't have a curved piece of building that I could put here. of this particular type of building. This is rough brick and it is recolorable. If I type in rough, it'll pull up everything that is got rough in it. There's this piece here that's a rough concrete, and there's several rounded corner pieces, but the problem with these is whenever I go to actually use these, it does not let me rotate it. It stays on the grid, which I can change the grid size. But if I split it from the building and work with it separately, it'll let me do the advance move. But the advance move lets me move it slightly, up, down, left, right, and so on. The rotate will only let me rotate. I can't rotate it on another axis. Kind of like, let's see, let me find something. Well, the tree. This tree, if I go into rotate, it gives me 3 rotation bars. So I can literally turn it sideways or pitch it or whatever. I'm going to cancel. I can't do any of that with these rounded pieces. So what I've come up with, I went through last night and was looking at different pieces, is a pool, a fountain. I stuck a fountain up there and it was the right size for the build to give it that rounded arch. But I also, all of this side, which you can see in the picture that I have down there at the bottom, all of that side is a roof, and I don't want to use this all the way down. I mean, I could simply take this and duplicate in an advanced move. Let me bring that window down, get rid of you. Duplicate an advanced move and do this all the way down. But that's a lot of pieces to go all the way down this side and all the way down that side. So undo, 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 and cancel that one. So I don't want to do that, so I'm going to have to find some curved pieces, and these curved pieces don't rotate upward either. Yep, it wasn't Demora this time. Not this time. Okay, so if I am working in the build and then I pull the basic pieces from here, usually it doesn't go with the default. It will copy what colors I'm working with. And it didn't. Well, we'll do it this way. We'll duplicate that. Yes, I hear you back there. Somebody is back there moaning because they're so tired. Because I don't have a staff room. You lazy bums, go clean up my path. Okay, so as you see, it's going by these squares that are on the ground. I can change that to smaller squares, which means I can move it in smaller increments. So, and then, let's see, if I hold control, it will let me move it a little bit at a time. My janitor is tired. Wow. And I'm gonna have to put a little roof piece right here, I think. But I made these windows yesterday too. It's a combination of windows to kind of match the front windows. And then I also did these windows over here, which are 2 windows, and then I pitched them a little bit. That way I can have a 3 window section instead of a 2-piece or a 4-piece if I put it side by side. So now I can have a 3-piece. So let's see. At the front here, I definitely want to have a doorway. So I need to change this to this one. Yay, it copied it this time. But now, let's see, delete that piece and delete this piece. And let's put these in. And rotate that one around with the Z button. Okay, so now I've got a little bit of a doorway area there. So let's get our staff building so this guy can stop moaning. Let's see, staff management. There. And bring it down. Okay, why are you not going to snap there? Obstructed by what? What are you obstructed by? Are you obstructed by the path? Really? Okay, we will get rid of this piece of path. See if that will help. Yep, I think that's gonna work. Okay, and hold my Z so I can move it around. And we'll move it into place. Can I go a little further back? Yep, I can. Okay. So now there's the staff building. Go use the staff building. Relax, get off your feet. There's a lot of trash you had to clean up, but come on. Let's see, go back to my building pieces. Oops, gotta work in the building. Now he's going to the staff building to relax. I might just cover that up with an archway. Let's see, let me filter content packs, adventure. He's noisy. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of adventure, because I think there's some really nice arches already pre-made. Yeah, that one doesn't work. That's more of a gothic cemetery type crypt. In fact, I think it says crypt. Graveyard arch, crypt archway, yeah. let's see. I could. There's not anyone in here. Or I could just pause the part so we don't have to hear him. He's so noisy. What about castle? I know there's some castle arch pieces. Castle pointed, there's a castle rounded. There's a castle rounded. And yeah, it's not the same brick. I mean, it would work, but it's not the same brick. Let's go back to our rough section. There we go. That might work. Let's see, bring you down. Of course, it's not the right color. Okay, so let's see. It's actually, I've worked with these enough, I know what the numbers are. So let's just go in here. This is 6 C's. And this one is A1, A1, A1. And this one is 89, 89, 89. There we go. It still has that. I don't like that. I don't know if I want to do rough concrete. So the adventure theme column, let's see, column, there's these, those are some marble or Roman type columns. There's these. There's so many different. Let's get rid of this align to surface. There we go. That way it's flat. Okay, so there's all kinds of different column types. Decorative, wood beams, concrete, classic brick, crypt pieces. God, I want to make a horror. I really do. Oh, you know what? Let me just steal. That way it stays the same. Where'd my building go? Aw, crap. Did I delete a building? Seriously? Where? I deleted my freaking building. When did I delete it? Must have been a long time ago, before doing the barrels. You did it, you evil, evil brigand. Okay, that's fine. we can go back to the main menu. Yes, I know I didn't save because I don't want to save it without the building. Okay, play my parks. Not autosaves. Let's go back to Qeynos. It does autosave for you, but I don't want to take the chance of going to an autosave that doesn't have the building. Okay, so my building's back. Yay. Oh, but all my trash cans are gone. Damn it. Oh, go back, go back. There's somebody on the workshop did these from little wood pieces and ropes and stuff, and I just thought they were so cool. It's little acorn houses. Aren't they cool? I believe it was Chant. Chant is a really good decorator. And they are adorable. I love these. But yep, I subscribed to Chant and I downloaded some of her items. That way I have them for ideas and stuff like that. And if I needed something, I could always pull these out and use them. And it's got a little fountain coming out of the one house. It's so cool. Anyway, back to what I was doing since now I'm further behind. Scenery, bins, and we decided to go with these. Maybe this time I will save. Gives me a chance to redo some of this stuff anyway. And look at there. I saved it with all the trash on my park. Oh, it doesn't like the slope hill. There we go. Okay, done with that. Now back over here. Let's work with this building. Let's see, rough. And it was this one. Actually, you better not be attached to that. Okay. That delete has no confirmation on it, so it's like, it's scary. Oh yeah, I need to get rid of that path because I'm going to have issues. path is gone. Back to the building. And let's see where, there you are. And smaller grid size. And if I remember correctly, you can, let me go ahead and do this piece. You can select multiple pieces with Shift and then do the recoloring. Let's see, not that one. Yep, it's that one. And then it's this one. No, this one. And then, wait. Nope. CC, A1, and 89. There we go. So if I did change my mind and didn't like the way this looked, I could just select them all and change the color. Okay, back to my shops. These are some pre-made. They all show up under the blueprints, and you can save your stuff as a blueprint. Like the Makinos Claymore and the 2 buildings that I've done already. I saved those as blueprints and uploaded them to the Steam workshop. So if somebody wanted to download those and use those in a park, they could. You know, if someone was doing a medieval themed or something like that, they could download these and use them. Didn't really show you the inside of this one, but this, I've got a doorway in here with the doors propped open, because that is an option. You can have the doors propped open. I love that. And then I've got 2 shops in here. One of them is a candy shop, and the other one is a donut shop. See the little donuts back in the back. This one's Missy Goods, and this is Sugary Emporium. So, yeah, I thought that little basket was cute. Okay, so buildings, let's not do blueprint. We want to do a custom. And staff management. Okay, added it to this building. Change the grid size down. That way I can tweak it a bit. Okay, and the, oops, I just stacked another one on top of it. And if you look down here at the bottom, I'm working in sandbox mode, so I have unlimited money. So I can build whatever I want. I don't have to worry about getting money from the rides at this point. If I actually played it as a game, then I would have to worry about, you know, going bankrupt and everything else. Yeah, go in there. Okay, now that you're in there, I'm going to pause you so you can stay in there. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, let's go edit this building. And I'm gonna steal the pieces that I was talking about stealing, which is this. Not the door. That, yes. So I'm gonna duplicate that and bring it over. I mean, I could look in the build mode items, but why? I can just steal it. Do it the way Demora does it, just steal it. And rotate you around. And let's see, surface move. Bring you down. Bring you back a little bit to cover that up some. And then bring you in a bit as well. Too far. There we go. Okay, so now I am going to duplicate, advance move, use my rotate, turn my angle snap on, that way it'll snap to 45 degrees when I turn it. So then snap, 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 and snap. So it's exactly 180 degree turn. And I didn't have that angled right because look at the difference here. But that's fine. I can fix that. So we're going to take this and shift and click that. We're going to do the edit, get rid of angle snap, and rotate it to where they're the same. And then move it in. Okay, that one didn't peek through. That side's peeking through, so it's not quite rotated enough. If I can get about the same amount of peeking, then I know it's... And this is just me trying to be a perfectionist with it. I mean, I can move it out and you wouldn't even see any of that, so... Okay, and this one is too far, so I need to move it in some. There we go. Okay, so I have a couple of options now. So I've got this right here, and I can duplicate that, go into my circle and turn my advance move on, and I can do this little number here, where I can move it across, and then move it up. I could do that kind of thing, and of course fix the top. But that's very square. So I'm not real thrilled with that. So what I might do is rotate it around this way. Okay, then move it in and move it up. And it's got another one there for me already. I'm going to change my angle snap to 15. So then I'm going to roll it like that and then move it out. Let's see. I'm going to use world axis, which is flat against the world. Move these in. And move it down. There we go. That's better. I could do that and then continue the archway down this way and then continue the archway down this way. But I have another idea. So let's delete that. Let's make sure nothing else is being deleted. Let's go ahead and save. Save park. Qeynos. Resume. Okay. So there are some pieces. Let's get rid of that. I think it's castle. Yes, these. Yep, it's these. So this right here has that same pattern, but let's see, angle snap off. It already has that curve to it. And it's too big. Let's see, 4mm. Oh, that one's even bigger. So that might not work anyway. What about this one? 4. That one might work. Yeah, that's a little big too. I might have to go back to my arches that I was doing. I can undo them, put them there, put that one there, and then just duplicate from there. I love having an undo button. It makes things so nice. Oops, angle snap on. Do another one. Okay, so this one and this one, we need to move those out. Oops, not in. That one and that one. Oop, not that. Control. Control. Come on, let me grab the right thing here. There we go, finally. Makes it a little hard when you're working with smaller pieces in a small area. That's why I'm zoomed in the way I am. Okay, so that's there. And this one. Little bit more. Actually, it needs to come down. No. Sorry, I'm concentrating at the moment, so I'm not very talkative. And duplicate that one. You know what, maybe I should have moved it some before doing my rotate. That might have helped. Maybe, maybe not. It looks like it did. And then up. And just changing the angle of my movement. Okay, that's pretty close. So what I can do now is grab these pieces, advance move those. Let's see, up just to where I'm under there. There we go. Move it in some. And then I'm going to duplicate, advance move, rotate it around. And then move it over this way. So I've got a duplicate of what I did over there. Makes it so easy. Okay, so then this one, I'm going to duplicate that one and move it across. There we go. So now this one and this one, I can bring those down, I believe, a bit. And then select it individually and move it in. It's not exactly the same, but it will work. I mean, technically, I could delete that. and duplicate that. Rotate it 15. Continue with my pattern. I think I messed up. Let's see. Duplicate advance move. And rotate world axis. Think that's what I need. Okay. Then the same thing. Rotate that one 15 degrees. And then same thing. Okay, and then from here, I can just bring them down. And make my custom arch. Okay, so now I've got those done. Let's delete this piece and let's copy. Let's see, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Not that. Not that. That one. Okay. Duplicate. Rotate it 180. And move it along. Oops, I should have copied one more. Let's cancel. This one, this, not that. This one, this one, this one. I think that is all I need. Rotate it around. You guys got quiet. Maybe because I got quiet, but you guys got quiet too. Okay, so there's my custom archway. Now, wood. I've got some of my favorite pieces saved as favorites by clicking on that star. Oh, by the way, this piece right here is basically the top of a tower piece, a wooden roof piece. That is what I used for the Claymore. I just sunk it down into a few other items and recolored it, and now it looks like concrete. And there's so many things that you can do in here. Let's see. Well, you're too small. Too small. What are you? You're a balcony piece. I mean, you could be used as a door, but I think that would be good. Let's see. Really? I could use that. Position snap. Let's get rid of position slap. There we go. I like it. I like it. Okay, gonna do the same thing over here. And gonna have another one over here. Okay, so now I need the other building, the other shops. Okay, let's see. We'll do a hotel. Where's my hotel? Oh, I didn't pick it yet. Duh. And Z to rotate the entrance around. Grid size is small. Bring it down. And I think that is on the ground, because it's the top of it should line up with the top of these fronts. So it does. The other thing, that's the hotel, that's the staff management, restaurant. I'm going to do restaurant over here. And these are just to give this building a purpose. I might have to move those doors a bit. Let me see, let me make sure. Yeah, hotel's on the ground. But get rid of that piece there. Go back into building. Get rid of wood and go to rough. And let's see, do this one. Okay, I need to get rid of that piece. Then bring this piece into place. I'm just holding shift to lower these. And you can change the increment of grid height so it lowers as small or as large as you want, and that's the smallest I can move, which are these little squares. Okay, so I will select that and recolor those. Should be that one, then that one, then that one. Okay, so those are done. Now I need to move my door. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of this door. Get rid of this door. Let's go to the front of our building here. And let's copy all of these. Okay. And hold control to get rid of the big pieces here. And I don't want to copy that building. So that should be the door. And all those pieces, and it is good. So let's see, use Z to rotate it around. I'm actually going to move it out here for now because I don't need this piece and I don't need this piece. And then come back over to this one and we will select these, move this over here, move it into place. Actually, let's oops, undo that. Let's select all these because that was, oh, I gotta have it that low, I think. Because if I raise it up, you start to see the door, or the underside of the door. And we'll duplicate that and use Z to flip it around. Z will help you flip it 90 degrees exactly. Okay. Bring this in, put that there. And there. Okay, so I've got 3 buildings for the Qeynos Guildhall building. Now it's just a matter of putting in my walls, which are super easy. I can basically select these, duplicate that, put them in the same spot, use my shift button to raise them up, duplicate, put that one there and there. Now over here I can select this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, duplicate that, Z twice to flip it around, and put my wall in over here. So now this is the curved roof section, and then I need a little bit of roof here. And I'm gonna need, let's see, let me go back. I'm not sure if I've got a good screenshot. I'm just looking at some of my screenshots here. Yeah, the front up under those main windows, there are no other windows. It's got trim work, so I can do the trim work. But there's no main windows under that. There are windows on the sides, which I think is what I'm going to use these that I saved back here for. So grab those and duplicate. That way I have them over there. Easy to grab again. Z to bring it around. And let's see. Let's start down here by the door. It'll make it more realistic as far as windows go. Okay, so these two are too far in because of the fact that I pitched them. There we go. So now I can duplicate that and just move it across. And same thing, duplicate and advance move. And I don't think there were that many windows. I didn't get a good screenshot of that. I thought I did, but apparently I did not hit the right combinations of buttons. So we will just move these along. And what I can do to help me is I can click the wall behind it. So this one is just past that a little bit. And then this one is almost centered. So this one over here just past that a bit. There we go. And let's get rid of rough. And let's go to windows and doors and windows. Let's make this a little bigger. Let's see. Yeah, that one's okay. That's the one I used. That one's better. It ties in with it. And this is basically going to be second floor of the hotel. Pretend, that is. We're not going to really put a floor in or anything, but okay, so that part's done. Now, I love the fact that you can easily duplicate things in here and you don't have to go and craft. You can just grab the pieces that you need and it highlights them for you. Then duplicate and advance move. And let's see, angle snap, I'll set to 45. And rotate it around. And then move across to the other side. And this side I'll have to tweak a bit because I've got windows inside doors. But I was able to save all that clicking and work on my hands by doing a few simple duplicates. Let's move you this way a bit. How does that look? It's not too far. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's get these two, move those along. And this one, oops, didn't want to advance move it. I wanted to duplicate an advance move. There are short keys. I believe that was Control X. I just don't like using, let's see, yeah, Control plus X. I just don't like using Control X and stuff because I'm so used to that deleting. Because that's commonly used for delete. Okay, so I've got that part done. Now I want to duplicate this here. All of this. Let me get this window out of my way. Okay, not going to duplicate this front part. Just those. Oh, and these windows are actually doubled up to give them the right thickness. Because the top windows aren't as deep as these bottom windows. Duplicate that. Z and bring it down here to this end. Okay, so that's now a completed building minus the roof and this back piece, which I can just do that. Let's duplicate, advance move you guys. Actually, it's too many. Just that one. And Same thing with this one. Bring it down here. Oh, come on. Now the back of this building, if I remember correctly, there's not much to it. It's pretty much a plain building on the back. So what I might do is I might put a couple little windows over on the side. Maybe just copy that part. Bring you down. I can't believe I'm almost finished with this building. Needs to come out a little more and then go in. And duplicate you and move you along to the other side here. Duplicate, put you around here. The only reason why I'm duplicating for this is so I have them the same height. It just makes it easier to keep them the same height like that. Actually, let's do this. Let's delete that one. We will copy this one and this one. Okay. So I've got that part done. I've got to come up with the roof. And trim pieces, decorations, some flowers, that kind of thing. This is the part I kind of struggle with. I want an angular roof. Don't want gingerbread. I could use these pieces. This part's going to have to be circular, but the top part will be angular. Oh, let me go ahead and... Let's see, this piece... Okay, so this one and this one... I'll duplicate those, flip that around. And this is going to be a little off. Oops. which someone told me that there is a way of doing this. Separate those from a building and move them out here. Bring them back and you can line it up manually. So you don't get the shimmer. Basically, it's a little offset. I mean, you can see the line, but since they're overlapping there, you can do it that way so you don't get the shimmer. Yes, believe it or not, there is actually shimmer in this game as well. Okay, I didn't select anything over here, did I, by accident? Nope. Duplicate that. Flip it around. Let's do this other wall. I wish it would stay at the grid size I select. See, it's got a little shimmer right there. But it's only that one piece. Maybe I can take that piece and flip it around this way. Does that work? Yeah, that works. So let's see if I can do the same thing with this side. Change back. And Z to flip it around and bring it in that way. I see that doesn't work. This one by itself, maybe. There we go. It's got a shimmer from these. But I can't flip these around. Oh, this is in the wrong place anyway. It's supposed to be there. Okay, that's better. Okay, so roof. Here's the fantasy corners. Yes. Consistently fighting shimmer. Spy roof slope, roof corner. Let's see what. I'm in roofs, okay. Don't want corrugated wood. Don't want gingerbread. I really like these haunted house roofs. I think these are really cool roofs. This will work. Yes, this is going to work here. Okay, let's get rid of align to surface. Let's bring it up here because this I can do, get rid of angle, snap. I am so excited when I find pieces that will work for what I want. Actually, hold on. Is this the same thing but corner? Yes, it is. I know. It's weird that it's haunted house pieces, but it actually works good. Okay, let's get you in place. And then we will grab and move you where I want you. See, the cool thing with these is these particular pieces I can move in small increments. The others are stuck to the grid, but this I can actually move in the increments that I want. Now is that interfering? Yep, that's interfering with the window. So that's not good. Do I have room to bring the windows up? I do. This building's getting tall. Why don't I just do the opposite? Bring this out. Bring this out. Of course, that's probably too far. And then bring it down. And this is a little off its rotation. Just a tiny bit off its rotation, which is going to be kind of hard to do. Yeah, see how off it is? It's thick down here and thin down there. Sometimes I wish I could use these on the grid, but then I wouldn't be able to do half the stuff I can do with them. Okay, that looks like it's lined up. Bring it out some more. And bring it out more this way. And then down some more. Oops, I see the wall showing. Okay, that is good. I like that. So then, let's see, duplicate that. Let's put angle snap back on, rotate it around, and now slide it across to where I can get it just like this. And then this piece to go in the middle, and I have angle snap on, which is not good. I love whenever you put these down. I don't know if you could hear that, but you hear a werewolf because it's the haunted pieces. I want to rotate this. No angle snap though. And bring it back. Okay, it's rotated too far. You can meld these pieces together pretty decently though. And there is a little bit of pattern clash because of rotating and stuff like that. Oh, come on. Okay, so got that in place. This needs to be a bronze copperish color. So let's go over here. Let's click on this and steal this color number. Copy that. And we will select these and change this purple to that copper color. And let's get rid of the wood tones and go with the gray tones. There we go. Okay, so copy these, duplicate, put the angle snap on. Now let's rotate it around. 1, 2, 3, 4. But see, this particular roof has those different layers. There's small roof pieces and large roof pieces, tall and towers and all kinds of stuff. So this is like my favorite piece to use. Or favorite set, I guess you would say. And it looks like it has a balcony for the windows. Not showing through there, not showing through there. We're good. Now, if there was just a rounded piece, we've got to come up with a rounded piece there. Okay, so for this top part, I could do the same thing. Let's just copy these, move these up. It's a little too thin though, I think. For the top, it's a little too thin. What about these? The tower pieces. Guess I will use those pieces. And I'm thinking those are probably going to be the best. Get rid of that. See, that is a slight angle. But I have to do some trim work, I think. I could do that, though. Hold on. Undo. Because I just stuck one over there and I didn't mean to. It's my grid size. I'm thinking of having these overhang a little bit. Not there. And copy the, well, actually, before I do that, let's do the trim. See, it's got nice little trim pieces to it. Okay, so let's select all of these. I wonder if I could use those little trim pieces and angle those at like 15 degrees or something to do this rounded part. Maybe that'll work. So you duplicate that, flip it around, and put it back to back with this one. And then I can put a little bit of detailing up there. Let's get rid of the roof and go back to rough, because there's these pieces here that can go up there. See, they think of everything. They've got all these little pieces that can fit in the nooks and crannies of the buildings and stuff. The build mode objects in this are really nice. Okay, so let's select all of this. And we'll do a combination of bronzy colors for the tops here, because I only get 2 options. So I can do that, or is that the trim? That's the edging. Okay, so I will have to alternate these. This one will go there, and then this one will be that one. Oh, why did I just do that? Such a dummy. There we go. So now I've got the roof on there. Like the way that looks. Now see, it doesn't look haunted now, just by simply changing the color of it. I have to do some trim work around the edges, the top of this. Maybe some pieces to go up, some little pillars. Okay, let's see. Duplicate this, bring it out here, and separate that from building. It does have the advanced move feature, so that's good. Will it? No. Dang it, I was hoping it would let me roll it. It won't let me roll it. So the only thing I can do is put them side by side and stuff, but it's still gonna have that same angle. I might have to work on this off camera to try to get what I want. Because I want a round edge there, a round roof. And I don't think any of this stuff. Yeah, that doesn't even let me, well, let's see, separate from building. Yeah, it only lets me rotate it. It doesn't let me roll it. Okay, so I am at the point. These are icing pieces, just so you know. So you can do like gingerbread houses and stuff with icing. You can be all kinds of creative with that. Now this works. That will work. It's recolorable. But it'll probably look stupid. Yeah, it looks stupid. I don't like it. Okay, so I've got most of it done. The building itself, most of the building's done. I just have to figure out what I'm going to use for the curved section here. I mean, ultimately, I might go away from the Qeynos look where it has the curved part here and do something else. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I think I just figured it out. Duh. Victorian Iron Arch. There is a small version. Oh my god, I'm such a dummy. Victorian. Okay, it's not in there, even though these are cool. Little lights, and you can recolor the lights. And you can have them loop, you can do them stationary for so many seconds. You can add a trigger to these, and it will, you could do them like a rainbow of them in a row and have it triggered one after the other after the other. Okay, building Victorian. Okay, I was in roofs, that's why. Okay, there's a large. I'm such an idiot. Okay, go into here. And angle snap off. And let's rotate this around. Trying to rotate it until I get it the same. I think that's pretty close. There we go. That's about as close as I am going to get it. Okay, we'll bring this over to here. We'll put it down. And let's change our colors. Cannot believe it was right there in front of my face the whole time, and I didn't even notice until now. And it's a little off. Not worried about the edges because those can be covered up. But I do like the little design. This little design here, so I can keep that showing on the outside. That would be good. Okay, duplicate, advance move, bring it alongside. Okay, so I've got a few of these. Now I'm just going to copy those, duplicate, advance move those so I can do more at a time. Ah, it is off. Okay, so add these to it. Use my rotation. Ooh, this is gonna be hard. Okay. There we go. Duplicate that in advance move. And you don't have to worry about item count, by the way, as far as having a limit of how many items you can do for a park. It's just the amount of stuff that you put in the park. If you get too much stuff, it'll start to bog your computer down. So, I mean, if you want to put 30,000 pieces, you can. If your computer can handle rendering it all and moving around and stuff. The more screens and movies and stuff like that that you put, the harder it is on your system. I am such a dummy. I cannot believe I didn't think of this before. I might redo the top with this. If I remember correctly, the top was rounded. I like that look. Okay, so let's see. What's the largest build you've ever been able to do, as in most pieces used before your computer starts to freak out? I haven't. I haven't had this game long enough to build to the point where my computer can't handle it. Other people have built entire complete parks. With all kinds of moving rides and thousands of people walking around the park, and their frame rates start to go down and they can feel the lag, basically. But I mean, my computer that say built for me, it's made for this, so I should be able to get a lot of pieces in here before I start getting lag. And I mean, I can always turn down, don't remember if it's in here, guess. Is it under, oh, I need to save my park anyway. Save. Settings, game, is it under here? Interface. Somewhere, I said it a couple of nights ago. I don't remember where to go. Here we go. Ticket prices under overview. You can set your maximum number of guests. So I've set it at 300 because I thought 300 is a lot of people to see in Qeynos at one time. So I think if I start having problems, you know, if I was at, a lot of people will have problems and they'll turn it down to 1,000 guests. So I've got it at 300. So that is, hey Sarex, that is quite a small amount of people that I should be able to have no rendering issues. I mean, if I put in play right now, I don't have much in here and I don't have much problems getting around. So I can move pretty freely. In fact, so much it makes you dizzy. So, Sarex, here's Qeynos. There's the North Gate. There's the Claymore. And here's the broker merchant building, which I have turned into a info building. You have your books in there. And info shop here, which my vendor quit because he was bored. First ride here, it's not activated yet though, which is my carousel. I haven't put the path to it and stuff, that's coming later. Qeynos Claymore, the bakery in North Qeynos is here. I put in a Missy Goods donut shop. Come on, scroll down. My camera is centered on that building. Stop centering on the building. Thank you. So here's the Missy Goods donut shop. So you can get your donuts here. And then over here on the other side of Missy Goods is a candy shop. So I've got two shops in here. And this, today I've been working on the stream doing you should have seen it earlier. I let all the guests in the park and they had trash all over my pathways. But now I'm working on the Guildhall building in Qeynos, and I've almost got it complete other than the decoration, the trim work, and the flowers and stuff like that, the paths to the other buildings. And inside I've got a hotel here, and over here is a staff building so my staff can rest. You should have heard them earlier. And then behind this door is the restaurant, and it's just one of those buildings that you walk into and your guests disappear while they're in there and then they come back out. So it's not like a real restaurant or anything, or they sit down and stuff like that. But I just built this part and it took me forever to think up something that I could use, because I don't have rounded pieces like this. So what I used was fountains, a pirate fountain, or lock base. I stuck those in there to give it that rounded piece, because this building has the rounded pieces up there. So I went with that. So now I am going to take all these pieces here, highlight all of these. I would drag and highlight, but I think I would probably get windows and walls from down here as well. I can't wait until I get to the point of doing the Qeynos Aqueducts log flume. It's coming up. I have to do the bank and the trade skill building first. So duplicate that and rotate my angle snap on. Flip those around. There we go. Flip all of them at once and then move it to the other side. I believe it does. I tried to go in there earlier today. I was online for a little bit today just to get some screenshots so I'd have something to work with. but for some reason it didn't save all of my screenshots. Maybe I was doing them too quick, something like that, but it didn't save all of my screenshots. It saved most of them, but not all of them. And I wonder if I can rotate this out of that little, it's probably gonna be, my hands are not steady enough. Angle snap off. And I can't turn down my mouse sensitivity. Yeah. Let's see. In options, I can adjust those settings. Let's see. Controls, mouse controls. Let's see. Maybe it's interface. Trying to remember where it is. Yeah, let's turn off staff management features for now so I don't have to worry about them complaining. I know there's an option in here somewhere to adjust the sensitivity. Here's mouse sensitivity, but that's for camera view. But maybe it'll work for this. Oh, the mice that are running around in Qeynos proper. Well, we do have those. And yeah, this did not help me one bit. It's still not that great. That's pretty close though. Do I have to admit, that's pretty close. I've got one little brick poking through. There. Finally, I'm happy with it. Watch, I'll change it here in a minute. Let's see. Let's get rid of this. Let's go to scenery. Let's get out of building, because I don't want to add this to that building. Get rid of Victorian. Let's see, is it? It's probably special effects. No, props. Where? For some reason, I think it's in the spooky pack. It's a content pack spooky. Yes, there's tons and tons of spiders. Okay. There you go. There's your rats. Are you happy now? And you can put them up on tables and stuff and they won't fall through, but you have to watch their pathing. No, I haven't found any horses. People have made horses from basic shapes and stuff, but they of course don't move. And the only horses that I've found are the carousel horses. And there's one in building mode and one in this one. And you can recolor these. It's got a post sticking through it. So, yep, there's some little rats. And you can have them stationary, or you can have them play once every so many seconds, or you can have them loop. You can add a trigger to it to where if once a roller coaster or ride comes by a certain area, they'll start moving around, stuff like that. Run across the track or something. So it's got all kinds of little spooky details to it. A lot of your vendors are unhappy and will be working less efficiently. Thank you for that information. I don't think we have cats. Say cat. Nope. Catherine wheel firework. Catherine wheel firework large. Actually, let's do this. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's switch to nighttime. I'm just going to manually do these, I think. No, not deactivate. Okay, activate every 4 seconds. Defaults to 4 seconds, that's fine. Okay, these are wrong. Okay, let's do this. Advance move you over. Advance move you over. D, V, C. There we go. I can have it set to where it'll change and run day to night. I usually have it set at day while I'm decorating, and then I'll set it at night if I'm doing lighting and stuff like that. But now we've got fireworks, and I can change the color of the fireworks too. Of course, that's a rough placement. I'd have to shift them around because they're going up to basically the same area. So, like for instance, this, use the rotate, and then rotate it out. Let's see, angle snap. Let's not do 45. Let's do 15. There's 15 on that one. And then we'll do same thing on this one. Do 15 on that one. D. It's out of sync. Yeah, so, I mean, you can do, there's fireworks for every letter. There's fireworks to, like, make a dragon in the sky. You can do different streamers, all kinds of fireworks options. You can have them set to a trigger. You can have them set to play along with a song. You can upload a song that you want and have it play along with that song. There's so many features that you can do. So many things. It's just cram-packed full of different options. Okay. I'm gonna go back into pause mode. Go back to daytime. Miss Luna, did you happen to check that building? I don't know if you could while you're watching the stream, but if you happen to check that building, do you know if the top is rounded on this? Or if it is kind of a slanted roof? And I just thought about it, and I need some more windows here. But it's getting to the point to where I'm about to call it quits on this for today. Actually, let's do duplicate and advance move, bring it down, and rotate it around the corner here. Kind of gives, I don't know if you could see the white line, but it kind of shows you whenever you are, the center point of the item is lined up with the outside of that item below it, that it's behind it. So that's just something I learned along the way. I was like, what's that little white line? And I figured it out. And windows. And I have a square version of this window. Find the surface, there we go. We'll put you over here and over here. So the building is coming together. It's getting there. I mean, it's probably going to end up with more details than what the Qeynos building is going to what the Qeynos building has, but that's okay. Because I'm going to do the trim work to kind of separate these off, do some little sculpting underneath here, kind of like I did over here. And I'll need to do some ivy. I know there was some ivy on that back wall. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. See, ivy number 2. Sometimes it's just easier to copy from other places than to actually pull it up. I'm not so worried about this top because I'll probably put some trim around the top to cover up the edge. And I say that after I've fiddled around with it to try to get it to where it didn't show through. And now I'm going to go through and cover up any imperfections anyway. Oh, come on. There we go. The ivy really makes me think of it being Qeynos. Really does. And the rough stone bricks, I think. Okay, I will be right back Need to go to the restroom, get a drink. So while Luna is checking on that, I will AFK. I'll be back. Okay, I am back. Oh, just got... Okay, it does look like it's rounded to me. Luna is actually sending me some pictures, so I have those for reference. Yes, it is actually double rounded. Hmm. Huh. I mean, I could do it. Oh, it's got a rounded top, and then the front door has a dome section above it. Thank you, Luna. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Actually, you know what? Before I delete these, I'm going to save this. That way I can always come back to this if I like it better. Okay, let's save. New park save. Qeynos Guild Hall. We'll do that. So I can always come back to that point if I want to. Now the problem is going to be that circular section. But let's do... Can I copy? Yeah, I don't want to copy all that. I just want this bit right here, just this. Let's duplicate that. Yeah, I got everything below it. That's fine. We'll bring it out here. And we will take off what we don't need. I don't need the shop or any of that stuff. Don't need that. Okay. Don't need that. Don't need any of these pieces. Actually, let's do... Don't need you guys. Let's move you over here. Actually, let's undo that. Let's select you and you. Advance, move you out of the way. Okay, so that way I can select just this part here. Duplicate that. Angle snaps on, rotate you around, and line you up on the other side. Now bring you guys back in. Oh, come on. Almost. Oh, it's going to stick out on one side or the other. Okay, that's better. Okay, so now I've got the dome part. So now if I select all of these, advance move these down, over, and then up. Looks like it's a bit crooked. Okay, so I've got that part lined up over here. Bring it out a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so this side I need to bring out some. Not gonna use the multi-select tool because I'll select everything below it. So I'm just gonna click select by holding shift. And I didn't mean to select that, so control to deselect it. There we go. And I need to move this out a bit because it is not sticking over the wall. Now, how does this look? It's got a little bit of a gap, so let's bring it in on both sides just a bit. I say just a bit, but it always starts out going too far, and then I have to slowly pull it back. Okay, same thing on this side. So, Miss Luna, are you participating in the decorator swap? Any Q2, that is? The house swap? I wasn't sure if you and Kian were gonna team up for it or not. Okay, it can go a little bit more out, I think. Now I see that this is sticking through. So I'm going to select that one and this one and move those a bit more. Let's see. Now it's sticking through on that side. Grr. Yay! Got it. You can see a little bit of the building, but I'm gonna have decoration going along there anyway, so that's fine. Now this section needs to expand backwards. So let's copy those and advance move those out. Okay, and then I will deselect. Oh, hold on. Select these. And duplicate. Move those in. And then just these two. That should be enough. Oh, not quite. I'm gonna have to overlap them a bit. This one looks like there's a little bit of a gap there. Shifted them down a little bit just so it wouldn't have shimmer where the overlap was. Okay, I think I'm good there. Now what I might do for the top, let's go show all under building, go to rough. Actually, let's just copy. I think I have some of these. Yep. Change my sides down. Let's see. Do I have Z to rotate this around? Actually, let's duplicate this. Z to rotate you around. And let's go to roof, get rid of rough. And there's this kind of piece, but it's not square. There's this kind of piece. Again, it does not tie in with that curved top. What are these called? Okay. These are way too big. Didn't even realize what those were. Huh. That might have been nice for right here. Those are mission type pieces. And that's way too big. Okay, if I can recolor this, this might work. Wow, that is so not right. I get it, and then I go past it. Advance move. Let's move you up. Yeah, I like it too, as long as I can recolor. Which it looks like I can. There we go. I like that. Don't you guys like that? Might be a little high though. Let's see. Change grid size. I think that's a little better. Hi, Ken. I didn't even realize you had jumped in there. Yep, this is the Qeynos Guild Hall that I turned into a staff building, a restaurant, and a hotel. So, and there's my little sweet shop back there. That's the bakery in North Qeynos. Still have to do the tinkered section over here, which I took some screenshots of that, so I'll do that on another day. This pathway is going to go up to the Qeynos Castle. The moat for the castle, I'm going to have, oh, I've got the DVC fireworks up there. I'm going to have the moat for the castle. When it comes through here, I'm going to actually have a boat ride in there. So you'll be able to go from Qeynos Harbor through North Qeynos into South Qeynos. That'll be fun. And it's got the little metal grates that block off under the bridges and stuff. We have those in this game, but they're actually gates that open. So when the boat comes around, I can have it triggered to open up for the boat. Yeah, I'm doing the best I can as far as replicating the buildings. I know there's a spire tip. I don't know what it's called though. It might be under scenery. But I'm about done for today. I'm getting tired. Yeah, there's these kind of things. Bring it up so we can see it. That's really big though. I don't want one that big. Oh, what about these? Hey, that could work. That one's way too big. There's all these different palace pieces and stuff that are really cool. But I'm thinking I can kind of sink this down into here. So, Kian, did you and Luna... Don't know if Luna answered me. Did you and Luna partner up for the house swap for Knights of the Dead? Okay. Got that one in there. Now let's fine tune this thing. Let's see. That looks pretty centered. There we go. Actually, let's copy this color and see how that looks over here. No, I don't like that. Let's see. Wow, you are typing now, aren't you? Yeah, I know. I've been at it for hours. Usually streams are like 3 to 4 hours. And I'm pretty much over 4 hours now, I think. I let any riffraff into my stream. Okay, so I think I am done for now. I really am starting to get tired. Let's see. I think I'm done with these windows for now. But you know what? Let's separate this from the building. Let's move these over. Because I might use those again. Those are 2 sets of windows that I put together and angled to make 3 panes. So what I will do is I will go to my blueprints. Actually, hold on. I need to go here. Save as a blueprint. And you can angle it in your window so you can get a better picture of it if you like. Okay. Double. Nope, triple. Triple pane arched window. Add tags. Let's see. Building other. 2 double pane windows put together to make a triple pane. Have I been spelling it the wrong way? Pane, no, window. Okay, and create the blueprint. So then anytime I want to use it, I can go to my blueprints and it will be in my blueprints. So then I can just pull it back out. So I've got the other buildings that I did in here, and I've uploaded those to the Steam Workshop so other people can use them. And since I've got it as a blueprint, I can delete those now. So I still have to do trees and trim work and flowers, all that kind of stuff, but it is pretty much done. And then I will be able to work on the little tinker area over here, and then the bank, which will be over here. It's going to be offset a little bit because you have that long pathway. It's right up against the back wall, so that's good. And then right here in this little cutout area is going to be where the crafting building is going to be. And the path for the carousel is going to go around the back of the crafting building. And then once I get those done, oh, I could have used this. I'm such a dummy. I put these over here to remind myself and I forgot. Oh, I forgot. These are from the adventure set. Oops. See, that could have worked. And they're recolorable. Even though that's the wrong color. Oh well, I have them here, so. But this is part of the adventure set. Okay, so once I get those buildings in, finish the little building or the area for the tinkers, the crafting building, the bank, then I will be able to do the log flume, the Qeynos aqueducts, which is going to come across the top of the bridge here, and it'll come down to where the river's going to be, which is going to be back here. And to get on the ride, the path will come off from just after the gate and wrap around the back of this to be able to get onto the ride. And I'll have it come through, have it do a few little twists and turns and stuff and make its way back. Maybe use like a paddle wheel or something like that for a mill, so it's using the water from the aqueducts for the mill. And then I've got to do the forging area, the jewelry shop, all those other buildings. And then back here is going to be where the Iron Forge Estate's going to be. And then the door to Qeynos, or South Qeynos, Qeynos Harbor, sorry, where it goes into Eldar Grove, which will be over here. And then after Eldar Grove the castle will be here in the middle. This will be Qeynos Harbor, and then South Qeynos is going to be over here. So South Qeynos is going to be a lot of buildings because it's going to be houses, residents. But there's a few rides for the Iron Forge Estate. I was thinking of having a dark ride where you're actually riding inside the house and have adventure stuff in there. Maybe some spiders. Maybe make it a spooky one. Don't know about that one yet. Okay, guys. Let me show you my fireworks real quick. Let's see. Switch to nighttime, and then this will be the last part of the stream. didn't set it right. There we go. Hey bird, you almost clipped me. My sequence is off. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, doing it like Knights of the Dead. DVC, there we go. Okay guys, thanks for watching today. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you can see more videos. Keep up to date with me when I do some live streams. Also, if you liked this episode, please like the video. And I will catch y'all in the next live stream. Thanks.